Alright. Looks like we are live on YouTube Gaming here. Let me check out our Twitch stream as well. Should be getting going there in just a second. And I'm live on Twitch as well. Hey folks, we'll be getting started in just a minute here. We are on Khyber this week. 2 of 2. Next week up is the one alphabetically after Khyber. Orion. There we go. Looks like Orion's after Khyber here. Yeah. Alright, well, let's see. We are on YouTube Gaming and Twitch as well, so if you're into the YouTube thing, you can check that out if you'd like. We do have the Twitch chat now in our live stream, so that's pretty cool. And send a tell to Armag if you are interested in joining me. I think we're going to run a couple of high road quests, and then if there's time to don't drink the water as well. Alright. Hello and welcome to the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. Thank you very much for joining me. I am DDO Community Manager Cordovan. We are live on twitch.tv/DDOstream and YouTube Gaming. That's youtube.com/DungeonsandDragons/live. Thanks for joining us. We are live every Wednesday starting at noon Eastern. I'm also live on Fridays at 4 o'clock Eastern, and today we are on Khyber. Week 2 of 2 on Khyber with my level 24 fighter named Armag. Gonna finish up our high road questing that we started last week, and if time permits, I thought maybe we'd run Don't Drink the Water as well. While we hear the sound of cows in the background, I'm here to let you know that if you would like to ask me a question in chat, I'd be happy to answer it if I can. If I can't answer it, well, just let you know that too. We'd also love it if you would hit that subscribe button, follow button on our Twitch page. That'll get you notified for when we go live with shows just like this one. And you can also find our complete calendar on twitch.tv/DDOstream. We have folks running just about every day of the week and more coming soon. We had a hot fix today, just fixed one issue, the issue with adrenaline and other sources that provide percentage-based boost to damage. They weren't working correctly. Now they are. So that was the point of the hot fix here today. We're currently underway in development on update 28. Yeah, that's our plans. That's what's going on. We also have this weekend, we're going to have a double Commendations of Valor boost and a boost to Epic XP. Let me actually figure out what that percentage was. I forgot. Let me look it up. 15% Epic XP and double Commendations of Valor. That'll kick off tomorrow, probably late morning, and run through September 7th. So it'll actually be shut off next Tuesday morning, around 9 o'clock-ish. The reason for that is Monday's Labor Day in the United States, so most of us have the day off work, so we're giving you that day with an extra bonus. So, alright, I don't know, anything else you guys want to ask me about? I'd be happy to answer it. Otherwise, I guess we could get going in the high road. Alright, I'm going to kick around the high road for a little bit. Feel free to join me whenever you'd like. I think I'm going to get myself a hireling too, since I am just a poor little fighter without much in the way of healing. So, I could use it. And Darrow. Someone's commenting a little bit about the YouTube Twitch stream. Yeah, I found it pretty interesting as well. This is kind of a new thing um, for both YouTube and us and everything else. They're doing a little bit of competition in the game streaming world, which competition is usually a good thing. So, looking forward to seeing how it all pans out. But I too have noticed that there's a couple of benefits to either of them. I think it's ultimately going to come down to what you prefer, and whatever you prefer is going to be perfectly fine. So,
Hey.
uh, hey, welcome. Thanks for being here. If
Yeah, no problem. It's kind of neat. I saw you're streaming this.
Yep, streaming this on twitch.tv/DDO stream, and we're going to be running a couple of high road quests, and I'm just kicking around the high road right now.
Sweet. I'm going to Evening Star right now.
So one of the things I noticed with, say, YouTube gaming is that it works pretty natively with YouTube apps. Like anything on your phones or tablets, or heck, even PlayStation Vitas and things like that. So that's kind of nice because you don't need a separate app like you do for Twitch. But on the other hand, Twitch is certainly the current leader in regard to live streaming in terms of audience size and things like that. So I think they're both going to be kicking around just fine. One of the nice things for us, at least, is that it's pretty easy to stream to both. We can just stream to both XSplit or through XSplit, or Open Broadcaster to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So for us, it's not really a lot of extra work to stream to both. It's just a matter of having the bandwidth to do two streams at once, predominantly. So. But so far, so good. I've been digging it all. It's all been working just fine. So, where am I going? Yeah, I need to do Lost in the Swamp and one of the other ones, too, on the other side of the map. So. Any update on the preview for Update 28 on Lamaya? Yes. It'll be, middle of September-ish. So, probably, I don't know, we'll see. When it's ready. But, yeah, we're expecting mid-September for the Lamania preview here, so. Will Update 28 contain both the Epic Shroud flagging quests and Epic Shroud? No, that will be Update 29. Update 28 is next, and that's going to be a new adventure pack that sort of bridges the story between one and the other, between Trials of the Archons and the Epic Shroud that we're planning for later this year. Yeah, we have a pretty ambitious schedule here for Update 29. Will it be in the Vale? we're not doing a new Epic Wilderness area, so if it is in the area, it would be, say, through Meridia rather than the Vale itself. Um, but otherwise, I don't know that that's I don't actually know the answer to that question yet. I'm not sure where they put the where they're going to put the NPCs. So I guess I'll have to just give you a stay tuned on that one. Oh,
Seamus's directions to the giant felled oak lead into the cave tunnel and deeper.
Do we have an approximate price range for the new pack? No. I haven't gotten that far either. That'll be a decision made by our e-commerce team as we get a little bit closer to release. But it's gonna, I guess I would say just a general time frame, it's gonna be in line with sort of what our other packs are. The new Maybar Festival is also coming in Update 28. The code for it is the actual event itself will take place a little bit closer to the October time frame.
That was cool.
But the code for it, yes, will be coming in Update 28. So the work on that's coming down. Let's see. Hey, Peter. Thanks for stopping in. Can we coordinate a DDO LAN party down in Raleigh? I would think so, right? It'd be pretty fun. I know up in Minneapolis here, I've done. Although I guess it's not technically LAN, in that we're not connected through LAN connections. But we've back in South St. Paul on that. I've had a couple of get-togethers where we've just sort of gotten together and played DDO as a group with folks. That's been a lot of fun. So I would think the odds were good. I would post up in a call out for participation on the DDO forums. You know, we have an events area, just kind of see if there's any interest out there. Unless, of course, you know, you and all your guildies just happen to be in the area and you want to take care of it that way. So, but yeah, that'd be pretty fun. Meet Seamus near the Fallen Oak Shrine. Nope. There we go. Can I comment if anyone from Turbine is in Seattle at Wizards of the Coast? Draculetta from DDO Players News asks. There seems to be a meeting of all license holders right now. Just curious if Turbine has a presence there. Yes, we do have a couple folks there. It's sort of their annual get-together with licensees and things like that. Typical business stuff. Welcome. Someone saying they just saw the new, or the original Mad Max 2, which would be Road Warrior. Uh, cool. I like Road Warrior. It's a fun movie. How was PAX? I didn't go, but from what I saw on Twitter, looks like they had a nice turnout there. So that's cool. In Seattle. Like I said, I didn't get to go myself, but maybe some year. Do we have any plans to increase the amount of remnants that are dropped from champions? No, not that I'm aware of. Right now, I believe we're pretty happy with the drop rate. That's not to say there might not be ways to acquire more, but I don't think systematically that we would be dramatically changing the drop rate of remnants anytime soon. That said, you know, we're always open to community feedback on the idea, so if you believe that we are too low and you feel like you've got a good case to be made as to why we should increase it, you know, be interested in hearing that. I love the new Mad Max movie. I watched it last night. It just came out yesterday for rental, and I was had it on in the background while I did some questing on Wayfinder. Oh, that's a good time. This one wants pumpkin heads for Maybar. That sounds alright. Can I say anything about the new event, how it fits in with the plane of Maybar? It's a little less Maybar oriented this time around. It's more seasonal, I guess I'd say. But we really haven't said much about what it is yet, so I think we're going to keep that under wraps. You know, we don't want to give it away at this point. So many champions. Well, we do have, regarding remnants, you know, we do have those remnant boost weekends, and I would expect that to be continue to be a regular part of our bonus rotation. So, you know, in that way, there will be more ways to acquire remnants. But I think what the question was is, you know, are we going to increase the drop rate of remnants overall? And I don't think we have any plans to do that. Mesram says the new Dragon Plus app had a survey asking what I wanted to read about. I said, more Dungeons & Dragons Online, Mesram says. Hey, cool. You know, I have to admit that we have actually received an invitation. It's sort of an open-ended one to perhaps write an article for them. I have, so I may actually end up doing that at some point here, which would be super cool. I'm not making any promises, but could happen. Confucius says, re-remnant drops. It seems like the only way you can get reasonable drops is via elite content. Hard runs seem to reduce the drops by about half. Yeah, that's about right. That's intentional. It's not half, though. It's, I think, about a third, but yeah. And that was explicitly stated when we released the remnant system, that it was that way. Remnants are meant to be, I guess, what you might call a long-term system. You know, it's not something. It's something that is particularly geared toward longer-term players. You know, people who are looking for something that they could acquire through regular gameplay questing. But it's something that's going to deliberately is meant to take a while. More pumpkin heads? Yes, I can guarantee you that pumpkin heads will be back, at the very least in the DDO store in time for the Halloween time frame. Will we have the copy tool ready for Lamania? Probably not. I think the copy tool is going to be semi-non-functional for the foreseeable future here. I don't know. We're going to have to see where we end up with that. But I've been having problems with the copy tool, and it's just not working so hot. So we're going to probably just do without it for a little while. I know it's a pain to folks, but may just have to live with it for a little while. Confucius is saying that people are running quests 2 levels higher than the quest level, making it difficult to get a good number of remnants. Again, that is working as intended. Is deliberately the case. We actually increased it so that you could run up to 2 levels higher and still get remnants, but the drop rate is reduced by design. So if your friends are indeed running quests 2 levels higher than they are, then that's what's going to happen. Yeah, I was actually just noticing that the new acquisitions incorporated from PAX is up on YouTube, so I'm gonna... Oh no! That's true, the new monster manual will offer up to 10,000 remnants, so that's pretty good. Alright, is everyone in who wants to be in? There we go.
There's an extra chest somewhere too in here. Like
Oh.
up on a pillar.
Sorry, I already
Those
went out.
traps. No, it's cool. It's very difficult to get to.
No, we would not be doing a character wipe
Sorry
on
about that,
Lamania
Devin.
until we get that character copy
I
fixed.
bit off more than I could chew, I suppose.
It's perfectly fine. You're not going to hear anyone complain about dying in this group. Not with me. Let's see. So anyway, yes, we would not be doing a character wipe on Lamania until we get character copy working again. But unfortunately, it may be a while before we get character copy working again.
This once bustling village is strangely silent. No townspeople can be seen, and many of the windows are shuttered. Are the villagers hiding from bandits? Or something worse?
Will festival crafting be back? In some form. It'll be different from the Maybar system, but it's going to be completely different, but there will be some kind of crafting, yes. Oh, someone wants to see my stats? Yeah, they're
Yeah,
not
no
that
problem.
great. Strength 44, Dexterity 24, Constitution 32. I'm a pure fighter. Armor class of 85. Not great. Moderate fortification. Decent double strike. 21% melee attack speed bonus. 42 weapon power. Basically, and in terms of what I am right now, I am currently a legendary dreadnought. Um,
Before the men can give you
and that's just pretty much it. Like I say, it's a pretty straightforward character. This is kind of a simple character build of mine. Now, it's usually outside until I started playing him for the live stream here. I was just playing with a couple of good friends on this character. This way back in the day, back in 2006, was the old Beefheart the Vegetarian on Sarlona. Well, actually on Aeronol, and then Sarlona. But in 2010-ish, I moved over to Khyber here. And parked him for about 4 years. But then he came out of retirement in time for the live stream. So I've been slowly building him back up for the live stream here. Which is why I'm still using things like the giant old tower shield. Because I just haven't done a lot of farming on this guy yet in terms of items or gear. Most of his gear is from like 2006 to 2010, so I'll tell you something. But I did get the old Raiders reward boxes on this guy, so that's what I think most of my current weaponry is the bastard sword. He's a bastard sword wielder, two-handed fighter. Like I say, it's a pretty simple build. Nothing too complex, nothing too min-maxed. Warlocks get a proton blast this Halloween. Unfortunately not, but that's a great idea. I love it. Who you gonna call? Warlocks. Watch it, don't grab too much aggro. Gandaro, no! Where'd you go, Gandaro? A hair club for Warforged. That's funny.
touch anything but that key. I keep all my valuables in that chest.
You know, we do have trap making. Maybe we should have some kind of proton pack trap making thing. That'd be pretty funny. You could capture ghosts with it.
Yeah, through the wall.
Stick them on your guild airship. Do we plan to do anything with raid timers, DDO Legend asks, or are we happy that raids are farmed on Epic Normal? That is a very complex question. It is something that has come up frequently, both on the Players' Council and on the dev team and certainly in the community. You know, the number of threads sort of saying, you know, hey, should we do something about raid timers is pretty common. I would say that at this point we don't have any immediate plans to do anything in regard to the current situation with raid timers. Will we ever do something about it? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, for the most part, we want people to run the raids however they want to run the raids. And if people want to run the raids by basically, rather than switching alt to alt to alt like they used to do it on one character with a stack of raid timers, particularly if those raid timers were legit acquired through our own anniversary card event or purchased in the DDO store, you know, we're sort of want them to let them do it. But that said, you know, it is, we've certainly heard from the community as well about your concerns regarding the usage or perceived overusage of raid timers. That, you know, people like to hit the raids hard and fast right away, and that has some longevity impact. Our own internal metrics in regard to the new raid and historically over raids is that the pattern is not really significantly different from what it used to be in terms of how long people run the raids. But perception is also important. So if people feel like they aren't finding groups to run with, well, that does matter to us. So I don't know. The long and short answer is no immediate plans, but we talk about it about as often as everyone else does. Maybe less than people do in the forums, but still, we definitely do just think about that and talk about that as well. But nothing to announce.
The dark barriers fade away. You should be able to reach the attic now. The contents of the chest are mostly junk. It's not clear what valuables the innkeeper was worried about.
Ghosts that stop moving when you look at them, that's pretty funny. Are there any plans to add a TR timer reset to the DDO store individually? I'm pretty sure we actually do have that, don't we? We can do reincarnation bypass timers are available. Let me see.
Oh, you're back. Is there something I can do for you?
I don't know. I'd have to look that up.
The innkeeper heaves a sigh with nothing left to lose.
Sorry, we don't want to die here, but I want to keep an eye on chat. Warlocks for Halloween get fangs and horns. Nice.
surprising, as the cell swords have ransacked the tavern in their search for the scroll piece.
Oh yeah, they are. Okay, so they're in the autos boxes, but not available elsewhere. Interesting. Well, I think we'd probably keep them in autos boxes then for now. But it's a suggestion I can bring up to our e-commerce team that people would maybe like to see them separately. Well, people would like to see them separately.
A smooth voice issues from the center. I wish to speak with these heroes. The wizard's voice goes cold.
There we go. Uh-oh. When is the money opening again soon? It's about the best I can tell you. Mid-month-ish. We'll have more information as we get a little bit closer to it. Pretty sure.
Did you get that raise vamp? Yeah, no problem.
There we go.
With the bartender emerges from the bartender mulls over the question of the scroll scrap.
A magic scroll? No, he never gave me anything like that. The only thing that sponge ever gave me was a note promising to pay his bar tab.
At the mention of the bar bill, the bartender's face lights up. He rushes upstairs.
All right, let's see.
The bartender points at the promissory note on the wall.
That's it!
He shouts.
It was there all along.
Is there anything special planned in game for Labor Day weekend? Just the extension of our bonus that'll be going on.
One
through Monday. And that's 15% epic XP and double commendations of valor.
You turn the scrap over, you see arcane symbols and ancient writing. You have found a piece of the Nether Scroll.
Cool. Going to recall out here then. And I think I'm going to run Don't Drink the Water, if you guys are interested.
Sounds good.
Any hints on the Ranger Pass? Just that it's still currently planned for Update 28. It's basically similar to the others, going to be focused on the enhancement trees. And I know the Players' Council's seen at least a couple of them. And I think when folks get back from the thing later this week, they might even have something new for the Council. But in general, it'll be similar to what we've seen in other passes. And we will get that in front of the public for Lamania as well. You guys will be seeing it pretty soon. Like I say, I think we're going to try to get that, if not the first pass on Lamania, I think it might even be for the first Lamania pass, so it should be coming up pretty quick. Probably a couple of weeks. But I think we can probably try to get something on the forums before that even. Someone in particular is looking for threat generation, is that right? In regard to the Ranger work, would you like to see more or less threat? I'm guessing the threat reduction. What would he not speak to me? Yeah, whatever. Riper Fools, every summon in the game could be turned into coil. That would be a good one. Yeah.
So is this a personal stream, or is this like a DDO sponsored?
Yeah, this is an official stream. I'm the community manager for Dungeons and Dragons Online, and I do this every Wednesday over my lunch hour.
Awesome. I saw a couple of your videos then.
I'm surprised you'd
You have
still be in my
different
group
games you do it
after
with?
watching that. I'm kidding. Yeah.
No, hey. Well, I have actually a question for you, and it's
Sure.
been eating at me. I have when you guys raise the level cap to 30, are we going to be able to select a feat? I was hoping to take precision.
Yeah, I would, all the details haven't yet been released, but certainly I would expect another feat choice to certainly be in there.
Awesome, awesome. Heroic or just an epic feat?
Well, I think it would be similar to what we currently have, which is, you can take epics, but you could also choose a heroic if you wanted to.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I know I've done that a few
With
times.
precision, I'll be bypassing 105% for it.
Ooh, nice.
So it's like, yeah.
I don't know if you ever saw on Lamania, I've actually done a few streams where I've brought out a ton of coils on the Mania in particular, just because I can. I couldn't do it on the live servers, but on the Mania I could do that. It's always a pretty funny time. Are we going to raise the level of getting Heart Seeds and Epic True Reincarnation to 30? Yes. It will have an impact on the ability to, you know, ETR, or ER. It's not technically ETR. Sorry for the bad verbiage there. Epic Reincarnation will go up to level 30 when the level cap does. But the specifics of what we're going to do in regard to XP is something that, you know, the community has certainly discussed, and so have we. You know, we will probably end up doing some kind of XP tweaking.
Doing the waterfall extra?
Yeah, might as well. Let's see. Any hints on gnomes? Not really, other than it's going to be awesome. So, but I guess the question, are we going to raise the level of getting heart seeds? I guess I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Oh, because you'll be at, yeah, right, because you'll get heart seeds at level cap. Correct. Yeah, that'll happen. And this would basically be similar to any other pre-sort of cap increase, like when we went from 16 to 20, for example. You know, the things that used to be able to do at level 16, you'd now have to be at level 20 to do. So, you know, that's not going to change. That's sort of an expectation there. But yeah, there is, you know, the players have very much looked at what kind of XP you currently need, how it sort of scales up to level 28, and what that might look like were we not to do any adjustments for level 30. And are going, oh my gosh, how much XP? Yeah, we're aware of that. I think, like I say, I think we'll end up to do something or other along in regard to that. But I'll leave it up to the designers to come up with and announce their decisions. So much slicing. Death by 1,000. Paper cuts. Someone says, adding more XP to Epic Reincarnate is just, quote, unfair. I don't know if that's true. I disagree. I think, you know, the expectation should be that when we achieve a level cap increase, that things are going to change along with that. You know, the intention, you know, the intention was not, hey, you can be level 28 to Epic Reincarnate. It's you can be at level cap and Epic Reincarnate. It just so happens that the current level cap is 28, but that's never been the intended sort of final cap. Even when we went up to 28, it was pretty clear that we were going up to 30. And so that would remain sort of the intention. But I can understand, you know, are people who are getting their Epic Reincarnations done now getting a slight advantage for it? Sure. Someone asked, will DDO ever go beyond level 30? It's a very good question. Nothing to announce at this point, but maybe. Could happen. I mean, certainly, as with any online game, your progression never directly ends, you know. There will always be further progression possible, but what form that takes, who knows, right? Oops. Where am I going? Isn't there a chest up here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually another one that's more difficult to get. I can't remember where it's at. I only got it once. Someone had shown me.
Let's get to 100 before World of Warcraft. Odds are they're gonna hit it first. We have a different sort of leveling system with our, you know, action points in that. In some ways our levels are like multiple levels on some other games. Any chance plans for cosmetic fridge magnets that you could stick on Warforged? It's a great idea. I mean, if I lived in Eberron, I'd do that. Why not? It could be like temporary tattoos for Warforged. Makes perfect sense to me. I'd give myself wheels too. I'd be like Thomas the Train, but Warforged.
The source of the poison water must be close.
Basically, someone was saying I wouldn't feel bad about the additional work with the level cap increase if some people hadn't found ways to cheat, quote, their way, you know, to it, basically using macros and exploits and that over the years. Well, you know, there's only so much you can do about that. We did correct the one that was particularly discussed in this section, though. It is no longer possible. Yeah, the patch today was to fix adrenaline. Although it wasn't just adrenaline, it was really any benefit that provided a percentage-based damage increase. So, which, you know, adrenaline is that, but there are others as well. And every one of those was currently not functioning correctly, and now is. Oh, I'm gonna die. It's almost like it's a bad idea to go toe-to-toe with the dragon. I don't think, you know, when people do find ways to cheat in video games, the solution is to make it so that everyone else can get there just as easily. I don't think that that's really a design sort of philosophy that's a good idea to follow. I mean, yes, is it possible that somebody's going to be able to find ways to bypass intended game mechanics and cheat in video games? Yes. It's the reality of the way video games work. Does that mean you should just sort of let everyone else get there just as quickly? No.
That's
Ooh, flawless green. Nice. Woohoo. Did that fix squad
an
damage
interesting
in Crystal
quest to
Cove?
do
Yes.
would be that storm horns with the wave after wave after wave of mobs. That's always fun.
Yep.
Forget what it's called.
Cool. Alright, so that's going to do it with the live stream here. A little bit later this afternoon, I'll pop in game and get you guys each a code for 500 turbine points. You'll get that through the in-game mail system, and there'll be some instructions on how to redeem it. Excuse me. No, I understand what you're saying, Peter. You know, that you're not saying give everyone a
What
free
was that?
cap.
I'm
I'm just
sorry?
saying don't make it harder on players. I'll address that in just a second. I will be getting you guys a code for 500 turbine points a little bit later on this afternoon. It'll come through the in-game mail system.
Oh, awesome. I apologize. I got to tell. It dinged while you're speaking. I apologize.
No
Yeah,
problem at
thank
all.
you very much
Yeah.
for that.
I understand what you're saying. You know, it is an argument we've seen clearly that, you know, when we do the level cap increase.
Is there anything? Oh, your lunch hour is only so long, right?
Yep, I got to get back to work here in just a little bit. So thanks very much for joining me. I appreciate it. Have fun. And I'm going
Thanks
to
for
talk to
having me.
chat just a sec.
It's great to be a part of it.
All right, so, you know, I understand what you're saying about you would like to see perhaps a way to continue to allow people to epic reincarnate without having to hit the level cap. You know, that you would be able to continue to do that at level 28 rather than say 30. Because the way it's been for quite some time now has been that's where you reincarnate. You max out your karma sphere, and then you sort of reincarnate. But I think that there are some things when you do a level cap increase that you do have to sort of deal with. Does that mean sometimes it means a little extra work to do some things? Yes. But still, you know, while I can understand what you're saying, you know, hey, there were a handful of people that were able to find ways to exploit the game. So that combined with sort of extending out the level cap means that people who didn't do that will have to do more work than those who found ways to cheat. All right, fair point, you know, but yeah. All right. Does the code go to your email on file? Skylar Wolf, no. For chat, I'm going to be putting some codes into chat here in just a minute. I'll message 5 folks and get them some codes, and then I'll put 5 codes into chat on a first to grab one, first to get one basis. Before I wrap up, though, let me see. I think we got a couple more questions. September 19th is coming. Anything special for the game? Talking about the free-to-play anniversary? I think maybe we'll do some kind of bonus. I'll approach Tolero, see what you want to do there. Someone wants to report a bug about in-game mail system. DDObugs.turbine.com is the best place to send a bug to us. Here's a question J. Renarin asks, when the cap goes up, will Iconics have to reach Epic Cap to Iconic True Reincarnate? No. The Iconic Reincarnation takes place at... Actually, that's a good question. I'll have to get back to you on that. I would assume the answer would be yes, but I will need to ask to see. Next week, Orion, what level? I've got a couple of characters on Orion. I'm pretty sure they're pretty much all on the heroic side, so it'll be probably mid-teens and under. That's about as far as I know at this point about next week's plan on Orion. Yep. Oh, Talk Like a Pirate Day is the 19th. Yeah, we totally need to do something. As a matter of fact, I have a feeling I know the answer to that is yes. What is this weekend's bonus? That'd be plus 15% Epic XP and double Commendations of Valor. When is 30 hitting live? The current plan to do the level cap increase would be update 29, and that's currently targeted for later this year. Late this year, I guess would be probably the best guess I could say at this point. All right, that's going to do it with the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. Thank you very much for joining us. We are live every Wednesday starting at noon Eastern, -4 GMT, and you can find our complete schedule on twitch.tv/DDOstream, along with YouTube Gaming. That's youtube.com/DungeonsandDragons/live. Thanks very much for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.